Before I begin, I just want to let you know that this video is created by AI voice. So you're going to hear loads of different types of voices. And in this video, you're actually going to be hearing 2 voices, but in upcoming videos, you're going to hear more variety of voices. Don't worry, I'm not going to use AI stories or some random stories that I make. These stories that you're going to hear are real and not edited like raw beef. So not all stories are going to be funny that you see on YouTube. So subscribe before I begin and comment your stories if you have one. Also, the stories that you're going to hear are real stories. That's why we can enjoy them. Leave a story in the comment section and let the people know. All right, enough ranting. Let's get into it. What's the most awkward first date you had to witness firsthand? Waiters edition. I worked at a higher-end restaurant as a busser for a while, and eventually was given a chance to serve in the bar area while a jazz band played. Most of the tables were just drinks and appetizers. My first shift, a woman in her 40s or 50s, came in with a tall, dark, and handsome guy, no older than 30. Nothing wrong with that in my eyes, but all of my interaction with them was the woman talking down to me on some sort of power trip, maybe to prove to her guy that she's an alpha female or something, dunno, and her ordering everything for her date. They had cocktails, ordered a bottle of wine, and had a couple entrees. She ordered ahi tuna, rare. She was very insistent on the rare, so much so that I put blue rare into the computer so everything would be fine. She sent back 4 separate plates, all too well done, to the absolute horror of her date. I informed her after the second that they wouldn't be taken off her bill, and she scoffed and made some comment about how she's loaded and it doesn't matter. After the 4 plates, she sent the last one back and asked for a shrimp cocktail instead. I left them to enjoy the music, brought the check, and when I came back to pick it up, her date was gone. And I don't mean went to the bathroom or went for a smoke. All of his things were gone and he was nowhere to be seen for 30 minutes. She apologized to me and asked if I could take the ahi tuna, $1.45 each, off of her bill. Told her to pound dirt. Not really, but my manager Dia. Next day she wrote a 500-word review about me, using my first name, on the restaurant's Facebook page. My boss printed it out, framed it, and I still have it today. More sad than awkward, but here goes. For context, 1 a.m. a woman in a long-term relationship and was not hitting on the girl or anything. One day, this very cute 20-ish girl comes in, orders, and cheerfully asks me if we have any board games that are great for 2 people. One worked in a concept bar where we had 700 plus board games you could play as long as you ordered something to drink. I show her a few games, she chooses one and sits at a table near the entrance. 30 man later, she comes and sadly asks me if we have any games you can play alone. I give her one and tells her if her date doesn't come, we'll give her a free shot. Another 40 man later, she comes back. I give her the shot and we talk a bit. Then she goes back to her table to play by herself. It was a busy night, otherwise I would have played something with her. She seemed nice and was obviously sad. The guy ended up showing up almost 2 hours late, ordered a bit rudely, she paid for him, and they spent less than an hour talking. He wasn't interested in playing a game and didn't really seem interested in his date either. He left early. She stayed a bit to talk with me as I started to clean up. I offered her another shot and drank one with her, and she left all sad. I imagine she was excited for her date and thought the board games bar was a cute, fun idea for a first date, but the guy was so rude being late and not showing any interest. Just sad. She came back a few times with friends, though, and was really a nice girl. At a restaurant I worked at, there was a white guy and a black guy on a first date. They were sitting in a booth and having a good time. White guy gets up to go to the bathroom. When he came back, he sat in the wrong booth with a different black guy. Took him a minute to realize it was a different person. The person he was on a date with was not happy at all. They tried to salvage the date, but it didn't work. I worked with a guy years back who pulled that shit with a coworker. After we got off a closing shift, one of us would go and grab a case of beer and a group of us would hang out and have a beer or two while BSing about our day. We had some older creep who went off one day to buy the beer and hands one of the girls an open beer as soon as she walked up. The beer had already been open and he kept it aside from the case. I usually gave her a ride home, and the creep had told me earlier in the day that she had asked him to give her a ride home. When she told me she didn't feel good and asked if I could drive her home, he immediately started saying he was leaving and would do it. Nope. I took her straight to the hospital, and as soon as she blacked out, I called one of the guys I knew was still there and told them not to let Mr. Creep leave, as I was calling the cops. It was honestly one of the few times I was really happy my father was a sheriff's deputy. Called, told him what was up, and the guy got arrested and charged. Later, my dad told me they circled the block and ignored my coworkers beating the guy. She ended up okay. Turned out the creep had told her that I had said I hated driving her home. I do not tolerate people abusing people. I dealt with that shit all my childhood. Worked at a pub connected to a brewery in college. Dude comes in with a stunning woman. I mean, she's absolutely gorgeous. Whole time they're sitting at the end of the bar, and you can hear the guy talking about how he has a room for them next door at the hotel in downtown. So they decide to go to the brewery next door, gonna pull a little dine and dash. They got over there and didn't realize we were on the same system, so he orders a couple of beers, and the bartender on the brewery side asks if he wants to add it to his tab. He looks over confused and says, "What tab? I've never been here." She prints off the restaurant bill plus his brewery tab. It's like $80 or so. He just blankly stares at the poor bartender, flies off the handle. The girl he was with ended up paying for it. They walked across the street and to the hotel. He has already invited her up. She stalls until her Uber gets there and then just dipped out. Kind of funny, kinda awkward, but that's what you get for dine and dash.